to share an experience with you that I had. It happened 30 years ago. Exactly 30 years ago, in 1992. I came to Geneva College as a non-traditional student. I was a 32-year-old freshman with 3 kids, ages 4, 2, and a couple months old. When I found out that Geneva College was going to make me take and pay for classes I didn't want to take, I don't need to tell you how mad I was. I was incensed. When would I ever use what I was forced to learn in those courses? I'm looking for some head nods. You see, I had worked 15 years before I went to college. So I had learned a cynical life lesson. This is the lesson I learned. Just suck it up. You know, everywhere you work or in anything you do, there's going to be stuff you think is so stupid. There's no point to it. Just shut up and do it. So I grudgingly put in the time and did the work for those dumb classes and learned all that stuff I knew I'd never use again. Well, I'm here to tell you today that I regret that I did that. I want to tell you what happened to me. I wish I could have a do-over. I could have gotten so much more out of my Geneva College education and experience. And I was 32 years old. This isn't an advertisement for Geneva. Nobody asked me to say this. This is my real life experience. I want you to know that. You know, when I started at Geneva, I didn't realize I was on a journey. I was unaware of it. It was a journey that would sharpen my tools, it would refine their edges, tools I'd use in all my life, my work, my home, and parenting, my hobbies, my understanding of all of life. I want to tell you, it began the spring semester of my freshman year. In my Brit Lit class, my beloved professor, Ann Payton, suggested that I read excerpts from John Newman's The Idea of University. That was the beginning. Now, there was a whole lot of stuff that happened along the way, but I want to tell you about an experience I had 10 years, at least, maybe a decade after I graduated. And you're not going to believe what caused it. I got a Sunday newspaper there, a Parade magazine came in that. Do they still have that? No? Well, I was leafing through the magazine and there was a sidebar, and in the sidebar of that magazine, there was an interview with an NFL quarterback named Joe Montana. He had written a book, The Art and Magic of Quarterbacking. The interviewer asked Joe Montana, what class did you have in school that made the greatest impact on you as a quarterback? His answer? German, my language classes. You know why? It taught me how to memorize things. You know what? A light came on. Well, I'm going to tell you there's 8 skills, cognitive skills, that educators recognize. Here they are. Sustained attention, response inhibition, speed of information processing and apprehension, cognitive flexibility, multi-simultaneous attention, working memory, category formation, pattern recognition. I'm going to give you a couple more. How about this? Time management, organization, having to work with and live with other people and put up with them. How about this? Setting steps to achieve a final goal, working under stress, self-discipline. I could talk to you guys all day. But what I want to tell you today is don't do what I did. I'm not proud of that. Recognize right now that you're engaged in a process and a journey. There's something we call metacognitive awareness. It's think about your thinking. What's going on? There's more than just what you're learning in your classes. I'm asking you today, listen to me. Is the only thing you want from Geneva College experience a single tool capable of performing a limited number of tasks? That's your major. Is that all you want to do? Is that what you're here for? Is that all you want from your education? Are your goals and expectations really that low, that shallow? Really? Is that all you're really looking for in your life? Don't do what I did. Completing your classes with a resentful attitude. Know this, I'm going to tell you this and you're not going to believe it. There's no such thing as an irrelevant class. God is growing you and changing you in a lot of ways you're not aware of. I want to tell you that the true test of your character and your resolve is how well you're able to perform in the stuff you don't want to do. That stupid, pointless stuff. There's going to be a lot of that in your life, and in your job, in your marriage, and your parenting, etc. I want to tell you that for some of you sitting here today, the practice for the big game that's called life is almost over. Next year at this time, you'll be in the game, and you better possess the skills to play your position and know how to use them. You're going to be entrusted, some of you sitting here next year, you're going to be entrusted to make decisions about large sums of money. You're going to be entrusted with making decisions that will affect a lot of other people's lives. And an employer is going to expect that out of you as a college graduate. The curtains of the concert hall are about to open. You better know how to play your part, not just fumbling from one note to the next. Believe me when I tell you that God is growing you in a set of skills, even today, in those dumb classes. Make the most of your experience here at Geneva College. Don't do what I did. Don't resent it. I want to tell you, please, please, recognize it. Don't resent it. God bless.